everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. I'm doing a special reading for the solar eclipse. It's in the sign of Aries, a new moon in the sign of Aries. And so based off my previous reading where I just came in and I did a wild thing, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. So I'll do a general reading, looking at all the words and all the things that I've drawn and let you know the meanings for me, and then you can choose from the words or from these trinkets or from these dice and the cards, and I will have timestamps for you. What I will do then is draw from the tarot, which I've got here, and just broaden the meaning for each of those, and then you can choose or you can listen to all of it. So here goes. So your words are mug, gum, bow, or bow. Your dice, you have a shield and sunglasses. You have two swans here, a starfish, two angel wings, an angel wing and a leaf, and a cross. This is, I can't remember what symbol this is, but it's a spiritual symbol. So for me, it's talking about ritual or something like that. The cards we have are abundance. I'm grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. We have cannabis, detachment. We have yoke, feeling tired down or frustrated. And we have spider or patterns. Now, what I see as the collective message from these four cards is you might be wanting this abundance or not seeing something come to fruition just yet. And your guidance is to detach. Detach in order to detach from this feeling of frustration. It is kind of a mindset, and you are being guided to detach and to look at the guidance. Observe the messages that are coming to you. Observe the messages, because I think within those messages, like we are getting messages the whole time. Within those messages, there is guidance towards this abundance that you so want or are seeking. For some of you, there's also this idea of gratitude, because this comes with a gratitude, an affirmation of gratitude. Right. For me, gum is talking about thinking on things, mulling over things, and I think it goes very nicely with the mug. Mulling over things and taking time out for withdrawal, which is the detachment, which is really interesting. It's like the picture that I'm seeing here is there's something that you want. You need to take time out to envisage it, to ask for it, to speak to spirit or whoever you do, or however that shows up for you. There is a time for a need for you to just withdraw, mull over things, listen to the guidance. Whether you are on a spiritual path or not, there is guidance. There is that inner wisdom. And I think it comes from the spider showing up here with patterns is also telling us that, let's see, I'm just going to close this. See everything as your teacher, just be aware of the things that are show to you. And then with the bow, I feel this is saying detach, take time out, chew things over, listen to the guidance, and then act. Because the bow is like shooting your arrow, but shoot it on the basis of information and of having listened within. With the shield and the glasses, both of these say to me protection. There's a need for protection. the sunglasses are protection against the sun. The shield can be a protection against anything. And, I will clarify with the tarot cards, but those are the two messages there. So there may be a need for you to be more self-protective. For some of you, there's a love around, there's a love relationship, and I imagine if you are wanting to choose, you will choose this. I do note, you see, there's a little, it's so beautiful, there's a heart in the center there, made by the two swans. The starfish for me is about regeneration, like a rebirth, or just feeling more energized, and I feel it's about this taking time out and detaching from a situation helps you feel more energized and guided, very, very much guided. With this, I'm feeling maybe if you are into rituals, do something ritualistic, which I think comes back to this gum and mug. I always say that just make spirituality simple. Don't overdo it. Just, sitting with the mug and contemplating. It doesn't even have to be on the spiritual path. Gosh, like, why is that more special than someone who is agnostic and deeply aware? So if that applies to you, just do that. Take that time out, for listening to for the guidance within. And then this is a leaf, which, I feel like the solar eclipse is offering us a powerful new beginning. Even in the readings, the zodiac readings, I felt there's this powerful new beginning, and it will show up in different ways for different people, obviously, but this is allowing you to turn over a new leaf. Okay, so now you can look at the timestamps, and you can choose, or you can choose bow, mug, gum, abundance, cannabis, yoke, spider. You can choose the leaf, this symbol. It's like the ankh, but it isn't. Is it? Maybe. This angel wing, the starfish, the swans, and these two are put together. I think. Okay, for yoke, I get the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. So I feel that this is very much about attitude. Here you have hard work ahead, the table. This fell off. I think you saw that. And I looked at the card beneath it. Some of you might be, because of your frustration, giving up. And so not working. It's like, it's useless. Some of you might overwork, and you are being asked to balance that. You really are being asked to balance that. There is a change is coming. Things will not always be that way. There might be a call for dedication, commitment to this thing that you are maybe feeling frustrated by. Maybe you're not seeing change. And I honestly feel like you're being asked to just take a step back. But also evaluate yourself and look at where you might be overdoing things, or where you are giving up and underdoing things. I feel like this is also a message about attitude. Okay. The Five of Coins is about feeling like an outsider, and I'm getting a similar message to the yoke, but quite different in the sense that you might have experienced quite a difficult time, or even a difficult life where you've always had to work hard to be accepted. Gum, people who've chosen gum, but you don't. I feel there's a chance to rewrite that story now. So maybe you can start by journaling. I'm an absolute advocate of journaling, and by journaling I mean free writing. I think you can look at this. For me, the gum is, what do I need to chew upon? And you are asked to chew on where you've taken on other people's burdens, or where you've also allowed your life story to be a burden for you, to see things in a negative way, because the Nine of Swords is also about our thoughts, and both of these are in the reverse, and they are telling me that you You are at this point where you kind of like ready to throw in the towel on that stuff, on that negativity, which is beautiful. It's like you are ready to give that up, and your giving that up comes with chewing on it, writing about it. Write about the Nine of Wands, write about the Ten of Wands. Where have I taken on people's burdens? One, how do I let that go? What am I going to do to let that go? Or what have I done to let that go? Because I think you are on that journey of doing that already. Nine of Swords, or what have been the negative thought patterns that I have that are not from me, that have come from social conditioning, from maybe this hard life, from what other people have said. And I feel like you've started noting them, you've started noticing them. You might not have been writing them down, so write that down, right? And what have I learned from this? Page of Coins. How has this social conditioning, this life of mine, led me to not speak up for myself? This is you. For me, this is what this is. A job is offered in a promotion. You think, oh, but that one's better than I am. Like deep down, that's what you're saying. I'm not good enough. I'm not showing, so you won't show up for yourself. You won't say, hey, by the way, it's time for me to also be acknowledged and awarded and seen, something like that. And then this Five of Coins, you can see your outsider status, or you can choose to say, that's done now, that's done. This winter, by the way, has done something miraculous. It has brought opportunity for you, and you're needing to see that opportunity, which is what have I learned? What is available to me that I've said is not available? What has been this talk where I have kept myself outside? And therein is your learning. There are your lessons, and all these things I would suggest just write about them and see what comes up. I was going to say, if you chose a yoke, this keeps falling off. It's like letting go of that yoke now, letting go of that yoke. And I think those exercises will be powerful in helping you do that. Let's look at mug. I think really mug and bow are going together, but I'll read them that way, but I'll do a separate one for bow. So the moon does talk about things that are hidden. The Three of Swords talks about healing, and the moon can also be a powerful healer. I'm seeing a journey here of healing maybe around the work that you've done. And when I started the general reading, I spoke about the solar eclipse, and I think that what the solar eclipse could be bringing you is this clarity around this effort that you've made, and saying to you, continue to be patient. Do this mulling with your mug. Go and make a ritual of sitting with your mug and listening to guidance, emptying your mind, just sitting still, deep breathing, just see what comes, and don't force it either. But I feel like if you aren't on this journey of learning to listen within, you can start now, because I think there's guidance for you. The moon is so powerful because it guides us within, and there's a healing to be had through this working. You could also work with the moon. You don't have to have a full moon to sit outside and invoke the power of the moon, right? And maybe also work with heart energy, with the heart, like deep breathing in and out from the heart, and it's around something that you've worked diligently on and you felt patient on. And I feel this is saying you don't have to give up, that the answers are so close. Let me get one more. And beneath this deck you had, oh wow, look at this. You had the Queen of Coins and the King of Swords, something that you've worked hard on. You might be ready to give up, and I feel like this is saying don't give up, because clarity will come. Clarity is coming, and you need to just take the pressure off. by doing this like gentle inner work. No? So I feel like you have felt like you've had to fight very hard for whatever's yours, right? And with this bow energy, I think that's shifting. You're moving to a time of more balance and fairness, where you feel maybe even so abundant that you are able to share with others. That's so beautiful. I think this is something that you've asked for, and that's coming in now. And it's helping you release this feeling of constantly having to stand up, like ward off the, maybe even the, like, creditors. Yeah, creditors. It's that kind of feeling, that I get there. Let me get one more. Wow, and wow, it's going to be like a full steam ahead. Full steam ahead for you, I feel, with that. The bow is like a powerful trajectory forward to all this. And all these cards are so positive, like being able to share the wealth, your ships coming in, some message that you put out, something that you've wished for coming in, and this is the wish fulfillment card. This is you being able to release this thing of constantly having to fight for maybe your wealth, for your abundance, Wow. Okay, so with abundance, I'm grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. So this, focusing on abundance and doing that affirmation, is a great healer. The star is the star of hope. It's also the big, big wish card. It's so beautiful. With the Page of Swords, I feel this is saying, don't be impatient. And I really feel like with the Nine of Wands, it's time for you to release yourself from ideas of lack. I'm going to say what I said to the gun people. Maybe journal about it. Journal about these ideas of lack. Where do they come from? What has made you feel trapped, impatient? And what does abundance look like? What is wish fulfillment? What are your biggest wishes? Do that. Journal, and see what comes up for you. Yeah, I think that would be even that's a powerful releaser, yeah, of all that is what you wish for, Okay, with Cannabis, detachment, yes, detach from this idea of why am I not, this whole, when people see the magician, they think manifestation, and there's so much about manifestation as this quick fix thing. Release those expectations. I feel you have realistic expectations, or you have put out your dreams and wishes. Trust in them. But don't do this. Don't get in their way by saying, I want it now, or being impatient. Be patient. The Seven of Coins is about being patient. And your patience is held by you detaching from an outcome. This, to me, is also saying trust. In fact, you have done the work. It's time for you to sit back now. And if work is called on for you, if there's action that's required, you will be shown that. But for now, it's time for you to sit back and stop the pushing and shoving kind of thing. Let me look at these two. The shield. What is this protection about? So I feel like this is so clear, really. There's been conflict and maybe competition around a relationship that you are very protective over, and you need to be protective over that. Yeah, you need to see clearly how you might not protect it. There's a need to protect a relationship here, I feel. That's what I'm seeing for you, with the glasses and the shield. Let me get one more for the glasses. Yes, it's this feeling that, both the Queen and King of Swords are they are about sight, about mental sight, that they can see things and cut things out, and you have not been doing that. It's almost like you've been giving up on a relationship, maybe because there's been competition, or you have engaged in some competitive behavior with the partner. And you need to protect that relationship because I feel it's very special. Cut out now this game playing. You know, it could be that you have enjoyed your single status and it's now time to move on. Don't take a relationship for granted and then have regrets, because what I'm seeing here, letting go of the game playing, letting go of this, maybe player energy, maybe single status, whoever you are, and moving to two-ness, a partnership, and protecting that partnership, because look how beautiful it is, right? Okay, angel wings. I'm seeing, this is the angel wing, right? I'm seeing a strong relationship energy here. Maybe, okay, so we have strength, Two of Cups, the Lovers, Five of Swords, and the Tower, and possibly this is related to the shield and the sunglasses. There's a relationship that may be going through a Tower moment, and there's a need to, wow, I feel this is saying you need to call on divine guidance and how to heal this relationship, or even release it, or release something to do with the relationship that has been painful, that's caused a feeling of lack of unworthiness, of divorcing yourself from the beauty of beautiful relationships. For some of you, it is a relationship that's needing divine healing and divine protection with the wings there. It feels like there has been deception, and at least the important good thing is that it's shown itself, and now there's a need for healing, either of the relationship or of you in that relationship, or of you as you move away from that relationship. Let me get a couple more here. Beautiful. I feel like there's a whole lot of healing that is coming in for this relationship, and a huge change, huge transformation. So please just trust that you're guided, you're held, and you know, I feel like for you, you are being guided to call on the angels and picture yourself being protected by these beautiful big wings around you. Okay, with the Starfish, you get the Four of Coins, the Justice card, the Hierophant, and the Five of Wands. I think that perhaps, well, firstly, I want to say that you can release yourself now from some kind of restriction, maybe around friendships, around relationships, or destructive games. You know, you have held yourself back, and now there's a chance for a rebirth for you. Something that where you have maybe felt people have played games with you is being righted now. It's being righted now, and it's leading to something, maybe more structure. Look, this there's a rebirth in the way you felt you have to hold on to things, maybe because you felt people have taken from you, or people have competed with you, and so you've withdrawn. Dear Starfish people, you have withdrawn, right? Because you felt, what's the use? I'm just going to go it alone. And I'm not saying you mustn't go it alone, but you don't have to hold yourself back when you need support, or when you need guidance, because the Justice card is about a system supporting you, and the Hierophant is about guidance, knowledge, structures. Maybe you have just lost all faith, and I feel like this is saying keep the faith, and also believe in the beautiful power of regeneration and your ability to regenerate. I love the fact that you've got 3 5s here. For me, that is saying, well, you've got 2 5s and this is 5, saying that you are undergoing a huge change now. Open yourself up to that change. The 4 of Coins is holding themselves back, but open yourself now. Open yourself up and claim a different way forward. Claim this justice for yourself. Open yourself up to support. This is like, these both are institutional support, So maybe, for example, you might have made many applications for jobs or for scholarships, and you've seen other people get them, or even to study, and I feel like this is saying, those maybe, in hindsight, you can look back and say, wow, okay, I learned not to engage in this kind of destructive behavior. Maybe if you'd got that, you would have been let's say it was a scholarship, and I'm just using this as an example. You might have been in a cohort of very competitive people, like almost rabidly competitive. There is a place for competition, but you want a more loving environment. Maybe had you got those before, you might have been in a place that didn't soothe your soul. And this to me is saying, don't give up. Believe in the justice. Believe in justice. Believe in a fair system, dear hearts, and reach out for those very same things that you have kept yourself a part of as a self-protection mechanism, Okay, leave people. I almost feel like I just want to leave that there. You might have been in a position where you haven't been acknowledged and where you felt lesser than or less worthy because people didn't see your strength, and you are turning over a new leaf now, and you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, the Empress. I feel like in the reverse is that you've given and given and given, and now you don't have to stop giving. We don't need to do that. In fact, I feel like if we take an extreme, that's in a sense not a very strong thing. It's easy to do extremes. Whereas if we find our balance, still stand in our power, and still be true to our generous nature, we need generosity, we need kindness. We don't have to throw it away. And it's easy to just throw it away and be badass, and you can be badass and still loving, is what I'm saying. But first and foremost, it's that loving yourself and acknowledging you. And I don't know why this sacral solar plexus chakra is just so strong here. It's just in my peripheral vision, and saying maybe you've been working on that, but here you are showing up as the Queen of Wands, and that Queen of Wands is loving, but they are loving towards themselves, and they know when they've got to let go of bullshit, when they've got to cut people out and just stand up for themselves. And this could be in a work situation, and it could also be in love, and maybe in both, because Page of Cups shows up and the Ace of Wands, Cups, Pentacles. So look at these two loving energies in the reverse. It's like over-loving, not putting the love into the self, over-giving. And this is you saying, okay, I'm finding a different way of doing this. And it's about looking after myself first, so that I can do this from a place of fullness, of awareness of my worth. And this could lead even to better outcomes in work. It could be a work situation, could be family, it could be, love. I mean, many of us spend a lot of time at work, and sometimes we become emotionally attached to that. And we want those loving environments, and why not? So I feel like you are showing up in a different way, and you're going to see other people showing up in a different way towards you. I think this is so interesting that I think this is the Ankh, right? And I feel it's about divine feminine power, right? And here you have this, what I'm seeing as a phallic symbol in the reverse. Now, you could be male or identify as male, a man, and whatever, right? But I think that you're trying to find balance between this powerful feminine and a masculine that doesn't abuse power. You have the balance card there. You have the high priestess there, which is also about balance, balancing the divine masculine and feminine. But so as within, so without, right? It's your balancing your masculine energy, which is confident and self-aware and kind and powerful, with this feminine energy that is showing up in their glory, that is also powerful, knows their worth. It's in balancing those two that something opens up. The high priestess hides the wisdom until you are ready to see it, and it's in this work on balancing the two in their most constructive way that some new beginning is revealed to you, some new path is revealed to you, and it's a path that leads to wish fulfillment. This is like a genie in a bottle offering you what is your wish. That's so beautiful. And I feel like maybe your guidance is to work with some kind of ritual, whether it's prayer, meditation, around these issues and around the balance of the divine masculine and feminine, because for each of us it is different, right? It is there's extreme positive and extreme negative, and we can be anywhere there, in between, but it's for us to find our place on that continuum that works for us, that is the best of us, of those two things. Okay, and Spider. So Spider, and I was seeing Spider as your teacher, as you're seeing, noticing what's occurring around you, what keeps recurring, what messages are coming to you. And I feel those messages are in the form of friendships, or maybe women's circles, or even men's circles, or just circles of community, right? There's maybe a circle, there's a circle again. Wow. That is bringing about this balance for you. There's a circle, a community circle of some sort that is a safe place for you. And I'm noticing this feels like weaving. They are polishing their coin. But there's this sense of creating something new here. I feel it is about listening to the guidance, and from that guidance creating your own little pattern. This also has patterns, your own. This is about diligently, working with love on something, working with joy and commitment on something. And I feel like something here is a trigger, some guidance from here, or this community has helped you start seeing the patterns that make you feel balanced, the patterns that make you feel harmonious, so that you can work on something from this place of harmony, from this place of listening, from this place of not trying to grab and project, but from this place of here and now. Very beautiful, very powerful. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope this has helped. And yeah, I send lots of love, and please share your feedback with me. I'm trying something new here, and I hope it has helped. Okay, then wishing you all the very best for the solar eclipse and the time to follow.